guys, 2012 Chevrolet Volt. Pretty fantastic car. As you see in here, the car has actually been developed, and you see the breadth of about $750 million of innovation sitting in front of you. Truly the pride and joy of one of the greatest cars that Chevrolet has ever had to offer. Unique in the market because it's an extended range vehicle, not a hybrid. We can make that differentiation because of the fact that we have a full electric drive system with an assistive gas generator that only kicks on once the battery is depleted. If we look to the front left of the car, you'll actually see a small port. That is your battery charging portlet, and it's made by Ecotech, actually Voltec. The Voltec charging system is a part of that electronic battery system, all warranted for 8 years or 100,000 miles, whatever comes first. Chevy wants to make sure you feel comfortable with the fact that you're buying something that's quote-unquote new technology. When I say new technology, in 2001 when this car was released, it was actually in existence, driving on the road, being tested in real-life situations for 3 years previous to that date. So it's gone through the most extensive testing Chevrolet has ever been through before the initial product release of the vehicle. And then on top of it, some people worry about climate. Of course, there's the terrain, temperature, and technique of driving that's going to reward you with gas-free mileage. And one way they determined the best way to get the mileage out of this car is they actually did extensive cold weather tests in Alaska with it to make sure that the battery pack was able to stay within an optimal operating temperature to give you the best range, but also they took it down to Death Valley and tested extreme heat to make sure that it could withstand the elements. One way they accomplished the task of regulating that battery system is a unique system they developed to the Volt that other cars like the Nissan Leaf, the Fisker automobile, the electric car they developed, the Tesla does not have. It's called a thermal management device or thermal management system. That system is going to be an aluminum alloyed housing that's contained outside the battery pack, and it actually has a fluid that flows in and around the lithium-ion battery pack cells. Those cells are lithium-ion based, and a lot of people wonder why don't they use the same type of batteries as, let's say, a Toyota Prius. The Japanese actually did extensive research with lithium-ion battery packs, and they couldn't get them to stop overheating. The problem in their situation was they made one big lithium-ion battery pack. They couldn't regulate the temperature, it was inefficient, they couldn't figure out how to make it work, so they stayed with the nickel-cadmium or nickel hydride battery. The big plus to the Volt is it's this multi-cell pack, and later I'll show you a picture of it. Fortunately, I can't lift the car off the chassis right now and show it to you. But that fluid flowing within the battery compartment is actually the same fluid you'll find in the radiator compartment of the car. It's called Dexcool 1, completely maintenance-free for lifetime that you own the vehicle, and it keeps the battery within optimal operating temperatures of about 30 degrees, all the way up to about 117 degrees. So when you're starting up on a cold morning, the battery pack's going to heat up. It's going to improve longevity of the battery, extend your range, and then also just make for a better ride over the course of time that you own the car. We go to the engine compartment. We'll actually see first off that the grill is completely sealed off. It's not like a conventional grill. You really don't need that cooling that a grill normally offers. So instead, they close it off with the idea of improving the drag coefficient of the car. That drag coefficient is equivalent to the Corvette that we offer. So this car's actually spent more time in a wind tunnel, I would say, than any other car Chevrolet's ever made, but I can't say that because the C7's coming out. But underneath the hood, you have a 1.4 liter high-efficiency gas generator. Because of the compression ratio, it takes premium fuel, and it actually won the European Engine of the Year award for engineering this last year. Expect to have an oil change once every 2 years on this car. That's for the average driver. If you're using the gas engine more often than most folks, because they did calculate the number of miles they predict you're going to use in electricity, you can expect a 2-year oil change interval. The other thing is situated right next to it. You have an electric motor. The electric motor is 150 horsepower, 273 foot-pounds of instantaneous torque, launching you in the car to 0 to 60 in under 9 seconds. It bests the Toyota Prius by about 3 seconds in that category, so not going to be left in the dust, and you can definitely merge on the highway. And the high-efficiency gas generator comes in at about 79 horsepower. And when you're running on strictly gas, you're going to be getting about 35 city and 40 highway MPG. So even if you're not using electricity, you're still a very efficient driver in this car. A couple things to take note of. This front reservoir is actually that heating and cooling system fluid that I talked about. And you can tell the difference because you're at 5 psi on the heating and cooling system, and you're at 20 psi for the radiator fluid. The other thing is this 1.4 liter engine is based off the same engine we use in the Chevy Cruze. And actually, this car sits on the same chassis as the Chevy Cruze. A lot of the same technology that we created and built for this car, you can find on all of our other Chevrolet products. So it's been kind of a halo car in terms of being unique and new to the business for us, but also it's given us a lot of opportunities with the other cars we sell. One other important thing to note is negative ground, positive ground. 12-volt battery is not in the front of the car. So if you do need to get into it, you'll have to open up the driver's side door, pop the front hood, and you'll have access to it. Thank you. Next big thing is also, if you need to jump the car, you can jump it from the front or the rear, but if you need to give a jump to someone, you have to jump it from the rear. Also, in the event that you need to tow this car, it has to be flatbed towed. You can't tow it behind an RV. You can damage the one-speed electronic transmission because of the regenerative braking system, which the car does have regenerative braking located in the front wheels of the car. And also, those front wheels, along with the other two, are all rolling on an aluminum alloyed ultralight wheel. It's about 7 pounds lighter per wheel than a conventional wheel. You also have Goodyear Assurance Fuel Max ultra low resistance rolling tires on the car as well to improve efficiency. We walk on back. Inside the driver compartment, which I'm sure all of you can see right now. Standard climate control, cruise control, Bluetooth. There is a Bose audio system offered for the car. The Bose audio system is going to come standard with your option of navigation on the car. And that Bose premium audio system, if you're an audiophile like myself, you're really going to love it. Great sound quality, but also 50% more efficient than a conventional sound system. So you're going to use 50% less energy. And it's also 40% lighter than a conventional sound system. Also, in terms of the drive gears, you have park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low. Low gear is there for two purposes. First, in the event that your brakes ever fail, you can slow the car. It all works out. But the big thing is improved efficiency. If I'm driving in low and I release my foot from the accelerator pedal, not the gas pedal obviously, when I release my foot, the car will actually begin to slow at a pretty quick rate of speed. And what it's doing is it's actually using the regenerative braking system to create resistance and slow down the car. So you're going to see a huge jump in improved efficiency when talking about the regenerative braking system. Moving on down to the trunk. You have a 120-volt wall charging cord in the rear, along with a tire sealer inflator kit. There is no spare on a volt due to the weight gain from a spare, but also remind yourself that you have 5 years of roadside assistance and courtesy transportation should you have any problem with the car whatsoever, including a blowout. They can help you change a tire, they can help you use the Fix-A-Flat. And what's actually nice, I shouldn't call it Fix-A-Flat, because the neat thing about the tire sealer inflator kit on Chevrolet vehicles is you can reuse the tire once it's done. If I go to AutoZone and buy Fix-A-Flat, your tire's done. It's ruined, might get you to the next place you need to go, but you need to buy a new tire. The sealant contained in this package, which is a rechargeable cartridge, this rechargeable cartridge, you can actually pull the sealant out of the tire and plug the tire when you get to your destination that has a tire repair shop. This charge cord will charge your Volt in about 8 to 10 hours, depending on exterior climate conditions, a couple other factors. And you can get a 240-volt charging system for your wall, and actually currently available is a free charge system due in part to the Department of Energy and the good folks at the state of Illinois. So if you want to, you can have one free with a $400 credit for installation, so long as they do the appraisal and install from the Voltec charging, homecharging.spx. So, cool. A couple other things. This is a 12. On a 13, you're going to get a body-matched rear tailgate panel. You're also going to get a body color matched roof. And they also changed the chemistry of the battery slightly, so instead of getting 35 miles out of a charge, you're going to get 38 as a rated mileage. And then also, there's a new hold mode they developed. So if you're someone who rockets down to the city at 90 miles an hour, because once you go past about 65, you're going to end up losing efficiency just because it doesn't matter how slipstream the car is, once you go faster than 65 or 70, you're wasting energy. That hold mode will allow you to kick on the high efficiency gas generator and conserve your battery life for where it matters most, like in city driving. The other thing is that with the automatic climate control, these other features, I do have customers who get 50 to 55 miles out of the range. Of course, if it's your prerogative and your choice to try and beat the system and get the best mileage possible out there, I encourage it. It's fun to do. A couple of things to take note of on the car. If you're looking to get the best efficiency possible, they do make for 13 a heated cloth package. They also make a heated leather system for the 12 or 13, and that heated system integrates with the climate control, so if it's 20 degrees outside and I set it to 72, it'll actually find that it's more efficient to heat me through my core through the heated seat than it is to actually blow hot air on me. So one big plus is, if you want to be efficient, get the heated seats. It's important. It's all about efficiency with this car, and they put everything they had into it. Standard powertrain warranty applies to the high efficiency gas generator. It's 5-year, 100,000. They have a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty as well. Variety of colors to choose from, both interior and exterior. And also you have a couple different wheel options. This is the base wheel on this car. It's a paint aluminum wheel. You also have a polished aluminum, which resembles chrome. You also have an aero wheel with color matched inserts to the body color. Any questions? Cool.
How fast can you rake me up and get me out of here?
Whew. All right.